Hello, this is Christian Semlich here. Today I want to share with you a little story. It's a story that happened in a company. At the end of a application process, there was a man and a woman who were in the last round. And when it came to the payment, the man was asked about what he expected to get. And then the woman was asked about her expected earnings and her income. And the woman, interestingly, said, "Well, let's say it depends on your budget. Let's find out if I match in with that." And what she then offered was about 25% below what the man was expecting. Fortunately for that woman, it was a female HR. So she said, "Well, I think, let's have a chat. Let's go out of here." And she took the female applicant, to her office and said, "Okay, what else? What other qualifications do you have?" And she was talking about those qualifications, and then the HR asked, "Well, do you think you can take over these and some other works and be responsible for that?" And she said, "Yeah, I think I can do that." So she asked her, "Well, what do you think then about your income? I mean, you have more responsibility, you do more work, and do you think you're still paid in a fair way?" And she then thought, "No, I think should be something like 20-25% more for what I have to do." Interestingly, it was the same work that was foreseen for both of them if they got the job. She didn't know that. Fortunately for that female applicant, she was looking for a job and she was desperately looking. So was the man. Um, Fortunately, it was an HR, a female HR, and she realized the problem. And after that, well, the young woman got the job. Now, what happens here? And this is a very typical situation. That's the reason why I'm telling you this story. True story, by the way, and a very common story. Men usually come in with certain expectations, and they stand for that. They're trained to do that in their education. And there are even studies about that they usually come in with 20 up to 30% more expectations than women do. And I think it's interesting because what's behind of that? Women are not used to that. They want to create win-win situations. They want to fit in. They want to, match the expectations, and they don't want to be the person who is taking kind of, what's the word? Sometimes my Swiss German comes into it. Um, they don't want to abuse the situation. Let's call it like that. And fortunately, there was this female HR, and she realized what a good match it would be. And because this female applicant was treated so well, she even did more than she was promising, and she got a good salary. Would the man have provided the same work? Well, probably. While often men do not have the same qualifications like women have for the same job, and even there are studies around that, they come in with more self confidence and ask for more salary. When we look at what's going on, it's very clear. There has been a social conditioning going on. Women usually see themselves differently. And this social conditioning happens from the first day of your life here on this planet. You're getting your name, you're getting your colors like pink and so, and you have to behave like a little girl. You have to be always beautiful and pretty, and you have to you have to obey, and you have to do what they are said. While it's like widely accepted when boys are more the rebels, when they do not really fit in, when they try to get their head through, and they are kind of stubborn and they want things done the way they want, it's more accepted. you as women, you have been programmed. And that's part of the lie of your life. You have been programmed and socially conditioned to behave the way you behave. And you should be aware of that. The problem is, I call that the blind spot. You don't know what to look at, and you don't see what you can't see. And in certain situations, these are small things. Well, this was an example where you can see directly what's the problem, where is the difference. But in the daily life, you often can't see that. As I said, the blind spot. Think about, where do you struggle with your situation? When are you frustrated with your situation? Where do you think you are treated unfair, unequal to your male colleagues? Where you even think you're better than them and you don't get paid equally and even sometimes get treated like a secretary? Of course, I'm generalizing here, but that's happening very, very often. And when you look at that, you even see that in movies. Look at the roles that women often have, and suddenly, when the roles are not the same anymore, you look at it differently. I think there's this series. I think it's called Agent Carter. It was the woman who was the fiancée of, what's this super guy? The American soldier. I just lost his name. No, it doesn't matter. She was an agent. She was an agent with huge knowledge, and she proved herself during World War II. And when she was after the war, when she was working for an agency, she was treated like a secretary. And when you look at that with that point of view, you suddenly realize, oh, that's going on. You suddenly see the subtle things, and I'm sure you know all of them. Everything you see there, you know. Maybe you should have a closer look at what is going on with you in certain situations. And yeah, it's Captain America. Thank you, Captain America. It's the fiancée of Captain America. That was the girl. And it was interesting when you look at the roles that these people play. And I mean, that was in the 40s, 50s, something like that. And very typical role models there. The guys are the cool guys, and the woman, she can serve the coffee. Although she was she was probably the best agent they had. And same applies in reality. Women are often better than men are. Let's have a look at that. Women are better leaders. They are better in conflict management. Why? Because they want to create a win-win situation for everyone. And they're even better at negotiations, where you think, oh my God, I mean, this guy is so good in negotiation. He knows exactly what she wants. He gets things done. He gets things through. But when you realize in negotiation, it often is also about creating win-win situations for everyone. And as we saw in this story that I just told you, they're caring much more for employees, which is, for example, also resulting in less turnover of employees. And we see this in big companies who are being led by women. About these kind of things and more, I'm talking in my program. I'm talking in my Leadership Academy for Women. And I would love to see you there. I'm showing you the 9-level program that I developed with the help of some fantastic female entrepreneurs. And I'm opening a free 3-day Leadership Academy for Women training happening February 25 to 28. It's not full day. It's about 2 to 3 hours, depending on how many questions you have. I hope to see you there. So, Leadership Academy for Women, 4.eventbrite.com. Write it down and apply so you can take care and participate. Bye for now.